So I'm Ramesh A.Vaswani. I'm from Intex Technologies India Limited, New Delhi. I have been associated with Intex since January 2002 and have had the pleasure of seeing our company grow and diversify into many product lines. I was the executive vice chairman from 2006 to 2012 till I retired when I turned 70. I continue my association as a director on the board of Intex and as a senior advisor for corporate affairs. The meeting which we are having today is subsequent to a panel discussion organized by the Exhibitions India group on the occasion of Convergence India exhibition. Our subject was mobile phones. Our subject was mobile phones as a torchbearer for Make in India and Digital India initiatives of the Government of India. And I had the privilege of delivering the keynote address at this session. Some of the points which I brought to the notice of the participants was that India has had the benefit of a very rapid growth of mobile telephony thanks to the enabling policies put in place by successive governments. The telecom policy of 1999, the National Electronics Policy of 2012, and the budget support which mobile telephony got in 2015 have all been instrumental in making this industry grow. India had about only 1 million subscribers of mobile phones in 1999 out of a total of about 11-12 million phone users. And today, India has more than 1 billion mobile phone users. But the demand remains unsaturated because the feature phones today are still predominantly being used by our rural population. The smartphone demand is now emerging, and from a present population of about 270-300 million smartphones, we can see this growing to 1.3 billion smartphones. Or improved technology feature phones, which are beginning to now come into the market. We are now having feature phones with 4G and VoLTE features, and those may eat into the demand of smartphones. But ultimately, I feel that every Indian will be a smartphone user. So, the government of India has recognized this device as a tool which can be very easily used to deliver a lot of services to the village at the village level. The recent emphasis is on payment transactions, payment receipt, payment delivery. Several platforms have been developed which will enable the customer to transact payments with very little knowledge of technology. In addition to that, the government of India is now delivering a lot of governance services on the mobile phone and inputs for agriculture, for health, for education, for livelihood, for getting better prices for farm produce. All these are now being delivered on the mobile phone. So I see mobile phones empowering the rural population to be able to live better, earn better, and also to communicate with their folks who have moved out from the villages. In addition to that, I think the mobile phones will are helping India to skill people. So they are satisfying the objectives of Skill India also. Because I have seen that in our own factories, we have had to train a lot of workers in assembly, in testing, in manufacturing, in servicing, in refurbishing, in packing. All these skills are being imparted by the industry, and we are creating new jobs. Almost 40 factories have been set up in the last 2 years, 18-19 months, for making mobile phones. About 15 factories have been set up for accessories such as batteries, chargers, wired headsets, and data cables. And I think to date we have created employment for about 45-50,000 people. So it's a great source of skilling, of employment, and of localizing a product for which there is going to be a ever increasing demand. These were some of the broad points which I highlighted in the panel. Our at Intex, if I now come to Intex, I would say that our journey and our success in mobile phones has been greatly facilitated by the new policies introduced from time to time by the central government and by the various incentives given by the state governments. Because today, states are competing with each other to bring reputed manufacturers to set up factories in each state. This, of course, there is another side of the coin to this. Fragmented capacities spread over a large geographical area works against the principle of economies of scale. If the total ecosystem is to develop in India for supporting mobile phone manufacturing, then all the sub-assembly manufacturers, all the component manufacturers will need a certain minimum viable demand from a cluster. So one of the challenges I think which the government today has is to see how the existing factories of mobile phone manufacturers can be brought into a few clusters spread throughout the country, as opposed to today where factories have got set up at different locations in different states with smaller capacities. We feel that manufacturing in India will make the product more suitable for Indians because we understand the psyche of the customer. We understand the different needs of customers in different states, and we are then able to develop suitable user interfaces, suitable applications, and suitable content to satisfy the differing needs of different states. This is an important element which will enable Indian brands to grow.
Thank you.